Have you ever wondered where your tax money goes? It's a question that often pops into our minds, isn't it? Well, let's start from the beginning. Taxes are essentially compulsory contributions that we all make to state revenue. They're levied by the government on our income, business profits, and even added to the cost of some goods, services, and transactions. Now you might be thinking, why do I have to pay taxes? The answer is simple. Taxes are used by the government to fund public services and goods. Think about it. The roads we drive on, the schools we learn in, the parks we relax in, all of these are funded by the money we pay in taxes. So, in essence, when we pay our taxes, we're contributing to the betterment of our communities, our cities, and our country. And that's what taxes are all about. They're the fuel that keeps the government running. Did you know there are different types of taxes? Indeed, not all taxes are created equal. Each has its own unique characteristics and purpose in our society. Let's delve into the four main types: income tax, sales tax, property tax, and corporate tax. First up, income tax. As the name suggests, income tax is the tax levied on your earnings. Whether you're an employee earning a salary, a freelancer, or a business owner, you're likely familiar with income tax. It's calculated based on how much you earn in a year, and it's generally paid as you go, or in some cases, once a year during tax season. Next, we have sales tax. This is the tax added to the price of goods and services when you make a purchase. Ever wondered why the final amount you pay at the checkout is higher than the price tag? That's sales tax at work. Different states have different sales tax rates, and some items may be tax exempt. Moving on to property tax. This is a tax based on the value of property that you own. If you own a house, land, or other types of real estate, you'll be familiar with property tax. This tax is typically used to fund local services like schools, roads, and emergency services. Lastly, there's corporate tax. This is the tax levied on the profits of corporations. If a company makes a profit, it must pay a portion of that profit as tax. The rate varies from country to country and can have a significant impact on a corporation's bottom line. So, you see, each tax type serves a unique purpose. Income tax helps fund government operations and public services. Sales tax often supports local infrastructure and community projects. Property tax usually funds local services, and corporate tax contributes to national revenue. Remember, these are just the basics. Each tax type has its own set of rules and exceptions, which we'll cover in more depth in later videos. But for now, you should have a better understanding of the different types of taxes and their purposes. Each type of tax serves a specific purpose and is used differently by the government. Ever questioned what your tax money is used for? This is a common question that often pops into our minds, especially during tax season. Well, let's demystify this together. Your tax money, in essence, is like the fuel that powers the engine of our society. It's the financial resource the government uses to function and provide services that benefit us all. Think of it as a community pot, where everyone contributes according to their means, and from which everyone benefits in some way. One of the biggest slices of this tax pie goes to education. This includes funding for public schools, libraries, and universities. It ensures that every child, regardless of their background, has access to quality education. It's your tax money that helps keep the lights on in schools, pays the salaries of teachers, and buys the books in the library. Healthcare is another significant chunk of the tax money allocation. It includes public health initiatives, medical research, and subsidies for healthcare services. Your tax money helps ensure that everyone has access to essential healthcare services, from regular checkups to emergency treatments. A considerable portion of your tax money also goes into infrastructure. This includes the construction and maintenance of roads, bridges, public transportation, and other public facilities. Every time you drive on a smooth road or take a train, remember that it's your tax money at work. Lastly, your tax money is used to run government operations and pay for public employees' salaries. These are the people who keep our cities clean, maintain public parks, protect us, and ensure that the government functions smoothly. In essence, every time you pay your taxes, you're helping to build and maintain the society we live in. You're ensuring that everyone has access to education, healthcare, and a safe, well-maintained environment. So the next time you find yourself asking where your tax money goes, remember this: it goes to making our society a better place for everyone. Your tax money plays a crucial role in building and maintaining the society we live in. Why is it important for us to pay taxes, you might ask? Well, let's dive in and break it down. Paying taxes, while it might not be the most exciting part of your year, plays a crucial role in our society. It's more than just a legal obligation. It's a civic duty, a responsibility we all share to help our communities thrive and prosper. Imagine for a moment a world without taxes. Sounds great, right? But hold on. Without taxes, we wouldn't have the funds to maintain our roads, bridges, and public transportation. Getting from point A to point B would become a real challenge. And think about public schools, libraries, parks, and community centers. These are all funded by taxes. Moreover, taxes help to support public services like law enforcement, fire departments, and waste management. They also fund programs that aid the less fortunate, ensuring that everyone has a safety net to fall back on in times of need. In essence, taxes are the fuel that powers our society. They ensure that the lights stay on in our cities, that our children have access to quality education, and that our communities remain safe and clean. Of course, nobody likes seeing a chunk of their hard-earned money go to taxes. But it's important to remember that when we pay our taxes, we're not just giving away our money. We're investing it in our communities, our public services, and our future. Just as we all benefit from the services and infrastructure that taxes provide, we all have a role to play in maintaining them. Paying taxes is how we, as citizens, contribute to the well-being and prosperity of our society. So the next time you're about to grumble about paying taxes, remember this. Every penny you contribute helps to make your community a better place to live. By paying taxes, you contribute to the betterment of your community and country. So let's all do our part. After all, we're all in this together.